the police officer shot him 5 times. Shot him 3 times in the front, and he fell on the ground, face down, and when he was down, the police shot him 2 more times in the back. What we are asking that the district attorney file first-degree murder charges against him and bring him before Montgomery County Grand Jury for possibly indictment on first-degree murder charges. The police officer should be fired. He should be brought before the grand jury. District attorney need to present first-degree murder charges against him before the grand jury. Now, I understand the grand jury will be in session next week, and we certainly hope they will act on that, and we will wait and see what position that they're going to take.
Now, all of a sudden, they can't find a body camera, they can't find anything. We're asking them to present to this community exactly what's on the camera. I don't believe that they don't have a camera or exactly what happened. It will not take forever for that to happen. That's the reason that they spent thousands of dollars to have body cameras on police officers. The other thing is, we cannot wait forever. In many cases, you had cases such as this, they waited a year or 2 before you ever got any type of response. That will not happen here in this case. We want transparency. We're not going to tolerate a cover-up on this. And some of the people they're talking about investigating, we have very little confidence in them at all. I can tell you that right now. The state ABI, for one, is controlled by the governor's office. That's been made perfectly clear. It's a political arm of the governor's office. So that is not the arm to investigate this particular case here. It should be someone from outside who would give us an unbiased opinion on exactly what happened. So we support everything that Representative Holmes said.
The police chief told me, I asked him about the body camera, I said, who got the film on the shooting? And he told me that at the time the shooting took place, that the body camera malfunctioned. Man, I told him, I said, man, that's what y'all told us in the Barnard Whitehurst case. It malfunctioned. He said it malfunctioned.
Wow. That's crazy.
They admit that he had a body camera on him, but he said at the time the shooting took place, the body camera malfunctioned. And I told, in my opinion, what they have done, they have erased the recording off the camera. That's a criminal offense within itself. We're gonna ask, we're gonna ask that they be indicted on that for erasing the camera. Now you got to understand, during when Nixon was president, during the Watergate situation, all of those guys that went to prison, and one of them, John Mitchell, the United States Attorney General, came out here to Maxwell prison. They didn't go to prison for breaking in the Watergate headquarters. They went to prison trying to cover up after they had broken in the Watergate headquarters. And so that's what the Montgomery Police Department is doing now. They are doing everything they can to try to cover up. He's telling me, well, they somehow the film got erased. I said, well, who erased it?
Not only do they have body cameras, but they have dash cameras as well. So you can't tell me that there's not any video anywhere of actually what happened. It's very suspicious that they won't produce anything at this point as it relates to that.
In today's newspaper, I didn't see not one line about this. And as long as they think we just gonna wait and see how long it's gonna take them to do something, like in the Chicago case, it went on, what, about a couple of years or so. And so I think the thing we have to keep in mind as a community, we're going to have to stay vigilant and stay in contact with this case, because otherwise it'll go into 6 months, it'll be a year, and maybe by the time they think everybody say, well, it's over with now, you know, it's another deal for another week. So that's the main, one of the reasons we're here today is to make sure they know that we're not going to go away. You know, if they choose not to put it in the paper like they did this morning, that's okay. We still gonna be here.
Plus there's been no effort by the city to explain to anyone what happened. They hadn't put forth any effort. They're just as quiet as they can be.